Welcome back. Our next guest is a liberal who is going viral for reaching across the aisle to make new friends at a Trump rally.
I'm a liberal, and I went to a Trump rally to see if there was common ground. Going in, I was expecting aggression, but I actually experienced a lot of kindness.
Do you want to be friends?
Of course. Loved everybody.
Sure. I'm gonna get a hug.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes!
That last clip was Holly, and she invited me to a women's Bible study, so Malik and I went.
This is Samuel, one of Holly's
Hello.
friends.
And again, we experienced incredible kindness.
They're a fun group of people.
I'm a liberal, and I went...
TikTok user 100 new friends, a.k.a. Samuel Donner, joins us right now from L.A. Samuel, good morning to you.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Great to meet you. We saw this. We thought we got to talk to this guy. So the idea was you wanted to go to what you, as a liberal, thought would be a hostile environment, a Trump event, and have that turn out.
It actually was much more friendly than I was expecting. I mean, as like growing up in LA, you think that these events are going to be like very aggressive. And also I was kind of just saying that I was a liberal, but I was absolutely like baffled that people wanted to talk and would actually be friends with me when I asked, want to be friends? And they said yes.
That's right. So ultimately, I think what you found is that it is easy to find common ground with people you do not agree with politically, right?
Yeah, I think that's what like 100 New Friends in Jubilee is about. That's the company I'm working with. Is we're just trying to find common ground between humans, and I think like at the end of the day, humans have a lot more common ground than we're led to believe. So.
Right. Let's take a look. Here's another clip. You trying to find common ground with more humans.
I am a liberal, and I'm trying to make friends at a Trump rally to see if there's more common ground than I thought.
You want to be friends?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm Sam. What's your name?
I'm Todd.
Can you tell me about your shirt?
We're non-binary.
What does that mean?
Well, that means that we are very much against what our current socialist president is doing. We have a tremendous racial problem. We don't have to be part of that. We're not a part of that. We support people of all races, and so anybody that says that Republicans are racist are absolutely incorrect.
So, Samuel, after you made these videos, have you told your friends, hey, you know, I went to this Trump rally and people were friendly, and what has their reaction been?
I mean, like a lot of, well, when I was going over, they're like, you're going to like Memphis, one of like the homicide capitals of the world, and of the country, and like there's a lot of gun violence over there, and then you're going to a Trump rally on top of that. It seemed fairly scary, and I think that's honestly what I wanted to test. Like, can I go into what I thought was the most hostile environment I could? But when I went, I told them like it was actually fairly friendly, and I think again, like it's just about starting those conversations.
Right.
If you can start those conversations, you can actually understand where that common ground is, where it starts, and maybe where it ends. And even where it ends, you can discuss with each other, like, hey, like let's find that common ground.
But you've got to start the conversation, and that's what you did by going there. I think going in, Samuel, you probably thought, you know what, I'm going to ask 100 people. I'll probably get 2 people who said, yeah, I want to be your friend. 49 out of 100 said, yeah, Samuel, I'll be your friend.
Yeah, I was so nervous going in. Like I had a pit in my stomach the whole time. And the Trump rally was the last day I was there. And I was just kind of talking to people around Memphis before that. And so like before the Trump rally, I'm like, okay, no one's going to want to talk to me. And there were a couple people who did not want to talk to me, but overall, everyone was super friendly. And then Holly in that first video that you showed, she invited me to her women's Bible study class, like out of the blue. She was so nice. And then me and my friend Malik went there, and again, like just a ton of empathy.
No kidding. Samuel Donner, thank you for being our friend, sir, and joining us so early from LA.
Yeah, do you want to be friends?
Yes. That's how you do it. All right. Thanks, Samuel. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.